I'd actually filled out her coaching application, and then I backed out. And I don't know, I just felt like it was so big and I wasn't sure about it. And then when Kelly reached out to me, I was like, she just seems so real and like not such a, I mean, not that you're not a rock star, but I mean, like, just more like, I don't know, like it seemed more attainable to me than what Lindsay Matway had. So it's a good point to definitely reach out, and don't think just because you're not making bukus of money that people won't join you, because sometimes that's what makes you more relatable to people, is that they feel like what you're doing is achievable to them. So it was funny that you said that, because I was actually going to mention it, and I was going to mention that I was at the beach and how I kind of put it off, but she stuck with it. And that was, I think, maybe the second time that she had invited me. And like she checked back and she was like, hey girl, just seeing if you watched my, coaching sneak peek, whatever. And I was kind of like, oh, I'm going to do this at the beach, but I'm so glad I did. And it's been awesome ever since. So in my little notes, I had to tell you a little about me. So I am a mom. I have two children, 17 and 11, and I'm married for 18 years. I work full-time as a pediatric dental hygienist. So I clean all the kids' teeth. And while I love my job, I just found like a real passion with fitness. So I was like, it just seems like something else I could do. Also, I feel like this is something that has kept me from going crazy, because as your kids get older, they just don't need you as much. I mean, they need you, but they don't need you like they did when they were babies and when they were little kids. So now when my kids are like in this room, then I do my thing. Otherwise, I think I really would be going crazy, like trying to figure out what I should be doing. So anyway, my journey with Beachbody actually started in April of 2016. And y'all, before I bought the 21 Day Fix, I researched it like the FBI. I'm not kidding. I was not sold on it. I was like, I've tried so many things. This is not going to work, but I've got to do something, because we're getting ready to go to Disney World. And y'all, for the first time in my life, I went to pack my suitcase, and I did not have one pair of shorts that fit me. And I have been small my entire life. Like, this is a girl that in high school, I used to eat like excessive ice cream sandwiches so that I could gain some weight, because I was so skinny. It was terrible. But anyway, so it finally caught up with me, age, I guess, whatever. So I was hard-headed, and I bought the 21 Day Fix. I'm so embarrassed to say this, from Amazon. And I got the old school DVDs. I did not have a coach. Y'all, it took me literally the first night that I meal planned, it took me literally like 3 hours, because I didn't have any help. So I was just winging this on my own. And, it worked. So, but anyway, I always tell my challengers that, oh my gosh, to be part of a group would have made this so much easier on me. And there were so many times I thought about quitting, and I didn't have anybody to hold me accountable. So the group is so important, and I try to remind them of that, every time I reach out to someone. I have had a few people who have bought the 21 Day Fix or whatever on Amazon and ask me to be in a group. And although I don't want to say that I bought it off of Amazon, I don't let them in usually. I don't know. I just feel like then they're just kind of using me. But anyway, let's see what I got. Okay, I was going to tell you that I started coaching. Actually, I think I signed up at the very end of June, of 2017. So I guess my first full month would have been July. And then I had to look back at this. I actually hit Emerald in August. So about a month in, I hit Emerald, which the first two people were friends. So that was easy. Like, they wanted to be in the group, and I was like, hey, please do this, because then I can be Emerald. And, and so they just wanted to help me out. So, that's how I got my first two. I know a lot of people say sign up your spouse, but here I was again, hard-headed as heck. Like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not paying any extra money. I don't even know if I can make it at this. So I am not signing up an extra person in my house. Plus, he's not going to do it. So I was so hard headed. But now looking back, that was so dumb. So, so dumb. I should have signed him up immediately. And of course, he is signed up now, and he's one of my Emerald coaches, which what's crazy to me is that I made him Emerald I signed him up and made him an Emerald coach in like 2 days. So I could have done that from the very beginning, but again, hard-headed and think I can do things my own way. So watch these videos on YouTube and listen to these top coaches, because obviously they know what they're talking about. They're not where they're at for no reason. So that's been one of my really big things is to recently I've started watching all these YouTube videos of like the top coaches. Like, this is embarrassing too, but I'm completely obsessed with Melanie Mitro. Like, I just love her story. Sometimes I get sucked into that. I love her stories and all that stuff. I just think it's awesome how she was just a stay-at-home mom and then just did all this amazing, amazing stuff. But and sometimes I wonder, I'm like, sometimes I have to keep myself from getting jealous of these people, because I'm like, what the heck? Like, I show up every day, and why am I not like crushing it like these girls? Like, oh, but okay, I know they work really, really hard. And when I think about the things I do daily, I don't know that I put in the time that these girls put in. And also, y'all, if you're not computer savvy, don't feel bad, because I'm totally not. I taught myself this week how to use Streak, Google Streak. I plan to try to implement that, but I know you have to have everyone's email address to use that, and I don't know if people will give me their email address or not. So the system that I have going on right now is kind of generic, but it's working okay for me. What I do is I write down everyone new that I add. Like, if I add someone on Instagram, I write down their username. And this may be like taking up way too much time. I don't know. But right now, this is like I said, my uncomputer savvy self, this is what I'm doing. I write down their username. I like through their photos. And if they're not private, then I comment on their photos or whatever. And so then I look back in a couple of days to see if they are following me, or if I get any interaction from them, I keep them. If not, I unfollow them. So I don't know if that's a really good system or not, but that's what I'm doing right now. And I also try to reach out to every single person who comments or watches my stories. Stories are a big, big thing. I have gained a whole lot more followers since I started like consistently posting on my stories. And I actually watched a video. There's a really good YouTube video from Steve and Jamie Ennis about stories. So if you haven't seen that, Google that or whatever on YouTube. And also, like, I wish you guys could see this, but I know it's like crazy. But these are like my August people, and like I'll write like people who said yes to me, but then I'll like move them down to when they actually ordered, and I'll like write their name down here for when they actually ordered. And these are just people who were kind of like maybe, but didn't give me a definite answer. So I'll just keep like, hey girl, you got like 3 days left to order, hope you're going to join me, whatever. And I mean, basically that's it. I'm trying so hard right now to grow my Instagram following, which is so hard. I get all these messages from people who want to help me grow my following, but I haven't done any of that. I know the main thing, I also watch YouTube videos on that, is like going and like I'm already doing, like following people, liking their photos, commenting on their photos, that kind of thing. But other than that, and I get lots of people that say no. But recently I've just started reaching out to strangers, and I've gotten like 3 or 4 yeses in the past month, like where I just sent them a message. I'm like, hey girl, I run these monthly challenge groups. Have you ever thought about being in a challenge group? And they say yes. And I'm like, oh, well, that was easy. Obviously, if you don't ask, they can't say yes. So that's been a big thing lately, is like just getting over that fear of reaching out. And I don't want to sound like salesy or like pesky really, but I do want to share with them what I have. Like, so anyway, oh, someone said, what is Streak? Oh, Streak is, yeah, Google, look on YouTube, and Melanie Mitchell has a great video to teach you how to use Streak. So I guess that's really all, and I'll just look at questions, and let's see. Yeah, like I said, I'm not good at Streak yet. I just started it. So I'm just trying to get those emails. And I noticed that a lot of the other coaches will say, hey, if you're ready to join me, like drop your email below. And that's probably what I should be doing more of, because that's what they're doing with those people, is putting them into Streak. And then it makes it so much easier than like me. I'll have to go back through like my Instagram messages and like scroll down through and be like, oh, yeah, to message that person, that person, that person. So that makes it a little hard. I don't ever usually start anybody out with the free 14-day trial. Like, I mean, I have had some people sign up for that and then never really join a group. I just pitched the challenge pack right away, because it really is the best deal. And I wish that's what I had done in the beginning. So how many reach out? Okay. I have been trying to do, because I don't have a lot of time, I've been trying to do like the little power pockets. And y'all, this is also embarrassing to say, but I'm not really supposed to have my phone at work. So when I go to the bathroom at work, I take my phone and I try to do 5 reach outs while I'm in the bathroom. So, and they don't miss me. So it's not like anybody's going to be like, what were you doing in there? Whatever. So I try to do 5, and I have to go to the bathroom a lot because I drink a lot of water. So I try to do 5 every time I'm in there. And then also I try to do 5 when I get up in the morning. I know it's early, but people look at it later. And then I try to fit some more in during the day. And then I usually do 5 right before I go to bed. So my goal is 50 a day. And sometimes I get that and sometimes I don't, just to be truthful. Oh, so Amanda uses Streak a lot. Yeah. Oh, mail time. You're always doing that. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? I'm excited that one of my coaches is on the call, Sandy. Hey, Sandy. So, and me and Sandy go way back. We're like middle school BFFs who had pictures made together at Olin Mills when we were in 7th grade. So, anyway, and let's see. Yes, I definitely started the warm market. Like, I didn't have to invite anybody, you guys, for like probably like 6 months. Because just all these women who personally knew me just saw what I was doing and wanted to jump on board with that. So in the beginning, I didn't have to really invite anyone. Now I'm out of my warm market. So I'm definitely inviting more and really like digging for those followers, like I said. And I know who we should ask about followers is Lauren, who's totally crushing it. I remember when Kelly shouted you out for having like 1,200 followers, and that was like, I don't know, it felt like 2 weeks ago, but I looked at her page and I was like, oh my gosh. But I know you're really hashtagging the fit nurse thing, and that's so awesome. I know you probably get a lot from that. There are not many fit dental hygienists. I'm just going to say that. Like, I have really hashtagged the heck out of that, and there are none. My main hashtag has become firewife, because my husband's a firefighter, for those of you who don't know. So that's really become my main hashtag that I try to reach out to those ladies. And there are a ton of Beachbody coaches who are firewives. So I'm like, dang it. But yeah, I know, Lauren, dang, you're crushing it. You're making us all look bad. So good. I'm so happy for you. She's so cute, though. That's what gets her all those people. Like, I don't know, your little sleepy self in the mornings. I'm like, she's so stinking cute. But anyway, so I guess if nobody has any more questions, it's back to you, Kelly, or whatever.
All right, if no one has any questions, speak now, forever hold your peace. Trust me, if you have a question, I can guarantee like 5 other people have the same question. But how many coaches do you have on your team?
Oh, let's see. I actually wrote that down for you guys.
Did you?
Yes, I have 17 personally sponsored coaches, but some of those flop back and forth between active and inactive. Right now, I looked right before we got on the call. I have, out of the 17, I have 10 active coaches. 2 are Emerald. And then my husband, whose account I run, I have 4 coaches on that account who are actually active. So, yeah, that's it.
And Devin is like the queen of active coaches. She always like, all her team is like always active, and just like, you know how we have a team and a lot of them will go inactive, but I feel like Devin's team just always loves to be. They love Shakeout.
Y'all, my challenge groups are like, they are awesome. It's my favorite part of this whole thing. Seriously, I do like a point system in my challenge groups, and there's a prize. And I spent like, no joke, like 3 hours the other night adding up their points. I do it on Sunday nights. And I mean, these girls post like 20 times a day. I'm not kidding. And some of them, like what I do is, I have a challenge group. It runs for 21 days, and we're doing like multiple programs or whatever. But I do always start new people out on the 21-day fix because that's what I started with, and that's what I love. And I think it's an easier program to start with. It teaches them nutrition, and the workouts are not real super hard. I just think it's a good starting point for people. But what I do is I give my people the option at the end of that group, if they want to move into the next group with me, then I give them that option and they move into the next monthly group. So that next group will have old challengers and new challengers. And that has worked so well because they are helpful with the new people, obviously, and they already have like new recipe ideas and things like that to share. So it's like, it's almost like they're running part of the group for me. So, and the more people who engage, the longer people will stay. And like I have some people who already have like their that are not coaches, which is crazy, but already have their like 365er cup. I mean, like, and I'm like, seriously, why are you not a coach? I just can't get. It's like some level of commitment to them that they cannot do. But so really, I think that's what keeps people coming back is that I just let them stay and stay and stay. And of course, even if they don't buy anything else from me, if they cancel their Shakeout, I let them stay because usually they will order something else. They've ordered the beach bars, which are on sale right now. So a lot of people have ordered the beach bars. Energize has become a huge thing, like for my girls. It's like everybody has it. I have a challenger who just signed up tonight, and she's been watching my stories for a really long time. And about when I was at the beach back in the summer, she contacted me about my Liquid Sunshine and wanted to know what it was and that kind of thing. And she ordered some, but she didn't want to be in a group, and she just wanted the Liquid Sunshine. So she ordered it. She didn't put it on auto ship, which is so crazy to me too because of that shipping. And y'all, I've kind of talked to her here and there, like, how do you like the Energize, you know, this, that. And so tonight she finally committed to joining my group. And y'all, when I looked at her stuff, not only did she buy the challenge pack, but she bought the challenge pack. She did home direct with Energize and home direct with beach bars. So her order was like $320. I was like, wow, so awesome. But it all started with those crazy little videos that some people probably hate of me in the mornings at 4 o'clock. And they're like, oh my God, this girl's getting on my nerves or whatever, to be so happy. But I'm telling you, if you can find something to pitch to people like that, like Liquid Sunshine or whatever, like when they see you have something like that, they want it. They're like, dang, why does she get up so early? What is she so happy for? And also my little niche, I don't know if any, like some of you follow me, some of you probably don't, has become like what national day it is. And I don't even know where I came up with that, but I was just like, what can I talk about in the morning? So I started that, and I seriously have people like send me messages and be like, I cannot wait to see what national holiday it is. Things like that. I actually have a bunch of little little girls who they get on their mom's Instagram and they're like, oh, I can't wait to see. And like their moms have said to me, oh, it's the first thing they do before they go to school and things like that. And I had someone message me and they were like, my niece said that she saw Destination Fit Life at church and she was so excited that it was like she saw a celebrity or whatever. So even if you're not like big, whatever, if your mission is really to help people and to inspire people, then I mean that's my favorite part of this anyway. And even if it's some little middle school girl that you can help boost her confidence or whatever, make her day better, then it's totally worth it. So don't know what I'd be doing with my time otherwise anyway. So, okay, I got off on a rant. Sorry, y'all. How do you, transition. Well, like usually I try to start a conversation with them about something like Firewives, for instance. I'll be like, hey, fellow Firewife, just love connecting with others. Our husbands are on shift a lot. And so I try to like come up with something that we have in common, or also like I've been doing the hashtag German Shepherd because we have a German Shepherd. And so like if you can connect with people about their pets, they are totally into being friends with you. Like if you're like, oh, I'm a dog mom too, and that kind of thing. And then once you kind of have a couple of conversations with them, I usually throw out the, hey girl, just wanted to let you know that I run monthly challenge groups if you're ever interested in joining me. And like I said, I've had some people who are like, no, I'm doing my own thing, I don't have time. And then there's some that are like, sure, like tell me more about it. So that's how I kind of, that's how I kind of try to go about it. Let's see. Oh, coaches, what would you say changed for you as you decided to push for Diamond? I think as I got close to Diamond, it really like set a fire under me because I was like, wait a minute, I can actually do this. Like I actually have enough coaches to do this. So I think I started to hustle a little more. And that's one of those things, like I say, I wish I had done earlier on, because obviously there's advantages to being a Diamond as far as like bonuses and things like that. So I wished I had done that a little quicker. And I think my trick for getting people to stay active in the group is basically like I said, there's a prize, and those girls, like, man, they get competitive, and it's not anything huge. I mean, like this month, the prize for the group is they're going to get to order a custom t-shirt or tank from Lily and Lilac Boutique, which is a little boutique on Etsy. And actually she used to be a Beachbody coach, and I ran some groups with her in the beginning. And she's not a coach anymore. She's just running the Etsy page. So but I like to support other women who are doing their thing. So that's all. I mean, so it's like a $25, like sometimes it's been a $25 Target card. I ordered the 21-Day Fix water bottle from Beachbody, which helped me get my personal volume anyway. Just things like that. I don't know. They absolutely love it. And in the beginning, especially like if our monthly coach gift was really good, like sometimes I would give it away. So like that 80-day obsession mat we got, I gave it away. I don't know. It's yours. You can do whatever you want with it. So I didn't need it, or I had a mat. So I was like, this is a perfect price. And they fought over that. So if I reach out and don't get a response, I usually go back through my messages, and I've reached out to somebody. And a lot of times you can see if they've read it or not. If they have read it and I don't get a response, I don't usually waste any more time with them. If they haven't read it, then a lot of times I will comment on a few more of their photos to see if that'll get them to look at it. It's definitely in those little stash messages where people don't look, that little other thing. But I figure if they're not following me by then I'll let that go too. I don't want to waste a bunch of time on people who are not engaging back with me. So, how many stories do you post each day? Oh, it really does vary from day to day. Like, you can definitely tell if I'm off work. I work 4 days a week, so Monday through Thursday. So I will do my morning story every single day. And then if I'm working, then definitely like I can maybe post a little something at lunch, but my story's kind of bland during those 4 days because I don't have a lot of time to get on there. But on the days I'm off, my story is definitely hopping. So like today, my story has been going on and on. So some people may get tired of it. I don't know, but I love watching all y'all's stories. So anyway, I think that's it, y'all, unless y'all have something else.
Yeah, I feel like that's it. But thank you so much. It's so great to hear from you.
Okay, well, it was not as bad as I thought, but I'm really
It's not at all. Oh, trust me, we all sit here and sweat. We just pretend like we don't. That's me. We all get warm.
Welcome, you're welcome. And I have this stinking light on me. I think that's like, oh.
Yes. It's
I was
like
trying to get the lighting. Oh, that's another thing.
Today,
you girls, if you do not have one of these light rings, you've got to get one. Those things make you look fabulous.
Right?
So,
stand in front of the light and you're like, this is.
I know. And mine's not the Diva ring because that was a little out of my price range. This is like the newer or whatever brand, but it's been great. It was still like $180. So,
yeah.
Anyway, that is a tax write-off, ladies. Just so you know.
And you look amazing. Just stand in front of the light and you get you know how you take like 50 pictures? You only need like 2.
Yes. And a remote is good. And you can use the remote on Boomerang. So that's cool.
That is cool. All right, but if there's no other questions, thank you so much for sharing everything with us tonight. And we truly, it was great hearing from you.
All right.
And thank you everyone for joining us. But have a good Sunday. Hope everyone meal prepped and is ready for if you're doing Lift 4, on to the next week. We're ready. All right. Bye, ladies.